Rescue and an uplifting news story, which makes a nice change.
Which on Friday, it'll be transformed.
Yes, exactly. It'll be, once you see the before and after picture, it'll be completely different. Well, your Christmas tree pictures have been coming in thick and fast, unlike the straggly trees we saw there. Let's have a look at...
They've got a beautiful tree, which I was going to say you can't miss, but you are missing it right now. But it was beautiful. I can tell you, it looked just like a tree. Yeah.
You'll have to take our word for it.
Lovely to have Luxmy here. We're back tomorrow from 6.
Yes, thank you for your company. Now on BBC One, it's time for more.
It's on at the Lowry in Salford at the moment. Then it goes on tour. Theatres around the UK, including that 7-week Christmas season in London.
Now, do stay with us. You're watching BBC Breakfast. It is now 8:59.
As we approach 9 o'clock, let's have a look at some of this morning's news stories, shall we? And more hostages and prisoners in Israel and Gaza have been released overnight as talks continue to try to extend that temporary ceasefire.
A spokesman for the Israeli government said it would be open to an extension of the truce under the current hostage-prisoner exchange agreement.
Meanwhile, the US President Joe Biden says extending the conflict in Gaza would only play into the ideology of Hamas, which, of course, is designated a terrorist group by the UK government. Let's go live to Jerusalem, speak to Hugo Bajek. Christmas in the papers, lots of stories, aren't there, about presents and trees and preparations. Interesting survey in the Daily Mail this morning, Luxmy, saying about the worst presents you can possibly get.
Well, and this is actually pretty bad. I know you may have thought, well, I've had some pretty awful, Christmas presents, but actually, have you ever had a voucher that's out of date? That's what this is, an out-of-date voucher. I mean, that is a hostile present, isn't it? That's what you give someone passive-aggressively to make a point. Yeah.
That's apparently the #1 worst Christmas present you can give. #2, a dead plant. But I'm assuming that's not deliberately.
That seems like a threat. If I got that, that's almost as bad as a horse's head. It's just... What's it saying? Out-of-date chocolates as well. Toilet roll. Who is giving these gifts?
Although one of these things, hair removal cream, that was another thing. But one of them, shoe polish, I could probably do with. So if you're looking to get something, I'd be very grateful.
Yeah, so it does depend on the gift receiver, doesn't it? It actually might be a really thoughtful gift.
A very special gift. Have a look at these pictures that we've 10 days' time.
Now, we've been talking about how it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Right, it's time now to get the news, travel and weather where you are. Of it being filmed and shared on social media.
24/7, isn't it? A mother whose daughter was recorded while being attacked on a school bus is now urging young people to stop sharing violent incidents online. And Andrew Picken sent this report, which does contain some distressing scenes from the start.
Some of that footage was really difficult to watch, wasn't it? It was awful. But we'll be joined by Kaylin's mum, Vicky Donald, later in the programme.
It's 6:35. John joins us on the sofa.
After a 17-day ordeal, yes, 41 workers who'd been trapped in a tunnel in northern India for more than 2 weeks have been pulled free in one of the country's biggest ever rescue operations. The workers have been taken to hospital for some health checks, and our South Asia correspondent Samira Hussain is outside one of those hospitals. Britain and Greece are embroiled in an escalating diplomatic row after Rishi Sunak cancelled a